Hey everyone, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be talking about creating hard links and soft links. So the first thing we need to talk about when we talk about hard links and soft links is going to be inodes. So inodes are just a numerical value that's assigned to a file in the file system. So let's do, and here we can go to our terminal. I just CD'd here, as you can see, into desktop. So right now we don't have any files in here, right? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna VI, and then we're just gonna make file like this, and we're just gonna call it HTXT. We're just gonna use the H there just for hard link. Okay, and then then in here in the text, I'm just gonna put test like that, and then there. And then there's two ways we can look at it. So first we're going to use stat, which we talked about before. And here we can highlight, this is the inode number that has been assigned to the file underscore HTXT, okay? And amongst other things, right? We can see other information. And then, oh, look at that. We can also see links 1. And then so why does it have 1 link so far? This is important because what it does is that there's already 1 link that's been created, 1 hard link that's been created to this inode number, okay? And then so what we can do now is that we can also look at it. We're using LI like this. And then we can also see it here. And so if we go back and use that stat, we can see they're the same here, the same here, okay? And so one thing that we can also look at is information, right? Cat, there's a text that just says test, okay? And so links in general, I have here on my website, it says here, it's like building multiple roads to one city. So it connects, it gives us a connection between a file in one location in the file system to another location where it might be used or needed or looked at. Okay, and now that we talked about inodes, yeah, it's just a unique numerical value that's assigned to a file. And then let's go into making the hard link, right? So let's create another file with a hard link. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the ln command. And like I always say, look at the man page. Here, ln makes links between files, okay? And the only other one that we're going to talk about is going to be symbolic links, also known as soft links, okay? So we can go here, we'll just quit that, and then we're going to create the new file, or ln will create the new file for you, because you can't, if the file already exists and you created it before creating the link, or you won't be able to make a link to a file that's already been created, basically to the same inode number. Because when you create a file, the inode, it's gonna get a new inode. So I hope that makes sense. And we'll try it at the end too. So let's do that. ln, right? File like this, and then we're gonna do another file, but this one we're gonna call it with the link right here, okay? And then so we're gonna ln, boom. And then now we can see both the files. And then one thing that we can note by using li like this is that they have the same inode number. You see, same inode number. So to the computer, it's the same file basically. Because if we do cat, right? If we do cat file.txt like this, we have test. And if we do cat file underscore link, also get the same information, right? And we didn't use CP, we didn't use anything like that. We didn't use a redirection or anything to get that, right? So now that we have our files created here, we can, like I said, see the inode numbers like this, but then we can also see these numbers here in the middle, these 2s, right? And earlier we saw with the stat command, right, that we had 1 link originally. And then so now what we can see is if we look at the original file, we can now see 2 links, okay? Because there's 2 links now to this inode number, okay? And if we want, just for fun, we can create another one if we want. So let's just go back here and let's just do 2 like this, the same one. And all it's gonna do is create another link to the same inode number. Okay, and now we can see that this number is 3. Okay. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be soft links. And with soft links, the main difference between soft links and hard links is that soft links only create a path to the file or to the original file. And it doesn't use the inode number. So now let's create a soft link. And first thing we can do is man the ln command. And soft links are also called symbolic links. So in the file, it's called symbolic links. But if we look at the objectives from Red Hat, we can see that they use the term soft links. Okay. And then so you hear, so make symbolic link instead of hard link. Okay. So let's do that. So let's just quit here. And then so what we're going to do is use the S here. But first let's do this before I forget. So we have to create that file first. So we're going to do file, and this time we're going to just call it s.txt like this, right? And then we're just going to put test as well. Okay. And then now we can do that. So let's do ln option, and then we're going to do file with the s this time, and then we're going to create file with an s like this s. Link like this. Okay. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing for li like this. And then we can see here how this one now, if we look at this situation here, we can see our original file has that inode, right? And we can also see that it creates a path here. So the original file has this inode, the symbolic link has a different inode. You can even see the permissions and stuff, which we'll talk about in the last lab, are different as well. And we see here that the number of links doesn't go up here. And then here, of course, now remember now, there is an original inode number that it's hard linked to, okay? But here we can see that this symbolic link is pointing right to the original here with that command. Another thing we can do is here is the stat command on it. This file s like this, and you can see here the same thing, links, and we can also see here it explicitly says symbolic link. Okay. Let's see what it says on the original file. Just a regular file, as you can see there. And then let's look at the H one too. I didn't even notice that. So we can do .txt like that, regular file, and let's do the link. It says regular file as well. So look at that. But again, they share the same inode. Okay, so I didn't even notice that earlier. So we're learning, right? Now that we created that symbolic link, we can also try that cat command on it as well. So we can do file s underscore, right? And this is the link that was created. And again, it has test in there, okay? And then so why links? For example, if I go here to the original one that we did, which is the H, just htxt, right? Vi file h.txt like this, and I have to do like another one, test one like that, right? I got these files in here. Let's do this way better. I got these files in here. I can now, since I changed to one, I can do here, link. Why isn't it going? Because I don't have a command in front. We can cat this, right? So boom, a txt like this. And we can see that that file changed, even though I only changed the one file. And this works great, especially if you got things in different locations in the file system. And that's important because if you have to edit the copies and copies of different files and they're everywhere and scattered, that's not good for system administration, and you try not to repeat yourself too many times when you're doing admin stuff, and especially if you're managing multiple systems and multiple file systems. Links really help manage that, especially, like I said, in the actual administration of things. So that's all I have for this lab. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.